Hey folks, Connor from NYCeWheels here to review a great full-size hybrid folding bike, the Montague Navigator. So in this review, we'll go through all the features that the Navigator has to offer, and we'll talk about how it folds as well as how it rides. So the Navigator has some really nice features on it that make it a great hybrid commuter bike. You got 700C wheels and 35C wide tires, so that's going to give you a nice thick commuting tire that'll protect you against flats. You also have an integrated fender set, front and rear, and we'll show you how that works with the fold. And the rear fender that integrates with the rack stand, we'll show you how that works later as well. And it's got mechanical disc brakes, so you're going to have great all-weather stopping power. So going into the drivetrain of the Navigator, you have a nice 3x9 setup, so it's going to give you 27 gears. So plenty of gearing to tackle pretty much any hills that are in your way. The components you have are a Shimano Sora derailleur as well as Shimano Sora trigger shifters up top. Another nice feature that the Navigator offers is the octagon stem. So this is going to allow you to change your riding position to more comfort and upright, or more aggressive if that's what you're into. So you have this little quick release here. And this button here is going to allow you to actually raise it up quite a bit. You get about 4 inches of length at its highest point for the octagon stem. And you want to make sure that you close that back up. So if you're into a more upright ride, you can definitely get that with the Navigator. But you always have options, even if you want to change it up as you go. The Navigator also features the Montagu rack stand, and they've included this on a lot of their newer bike models. And what this allows you to do is just unhinge the rack, and it's going to rotate it around the wheel just on the axle. So it's going to work not only as a cargo rack, but you can drop it down to the bottom, and now you have a nice stand for your bike. So let's go into the fold of the Navigator. First thing you have to do is take off the front wheel. So you just have a quick release down here, and then you have kind of a little knob that you want to pull back and push the whole axle through a little, and that's going to allow that front wheel to come right off. So you can remove that, set that to the side for a little bit. Now you want to come to your main frame hinge. So that you're just going to open it up, and you want to push it back towards the front of the bike, and it's going to allow it to fold in half. And the bike frame folds to the left, so you want to just let that all come together and angle the handlebars in towards the back of the bike. Now you have this front fender that you can just pull out, and it's going to drop right down, so you can save a little bit more space in the fold. And you want to make sure your seat post is all the way down for the most folding size efficiency. Now you can come back to your front wheel, and you can rest that against the frame. And every bike comes with one of these straps for the handlebars, and you can just undo that and make sure your wheel is strapped nice and tight to the rest of the bike. Now you have a full-size folding bike that's easy to store in a closet, and there's no need for a bike rack in your car. You can just fold it up and take it with you in your trunk. The Navigator has been the most popular Montagu bike since they released this version of it, and for good reason. It's got really solid components while still keeping the bike at a reasonable price point. It's also able to fit many different kinds of body types, riding positions, and riding styles. Comes in 2 frame sizes. You got a 19-inch frame and a 21-inch frame. So it's a medium and large. And that combined with the octagon stem is going to make it really easy to fine-tune your bike fit and get exactly the ride you want out of this bike. The Navigator has a stiff ride to it because it's an all-aluminum frame, and it pretty much feels like a normal bike. Whether you're commuting, touring, or just going out for a weekend ride, this bike is versatile enough to suit your needs. Thanks so much for watching this review. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications to know when we release new videos.